Hello everyone, my name is Charlie Coyle and I'm Program Assistant to the Student Success Center, and I'm here today to share with you an online version of a workshop we did on Google Hangouts for study sessions and group projects. And it was a really great workshop. I just wanted to bring it to people who weren't able to attend. What I liked about it was that it was a learning experience for everyone, myself included. For example, I learned at the workshop never to use Internet Explorer for Google Hangouts. It tends to go a little wonky. So my first tip for you is if you've never used Hangouts, try using it on either the Chrome Explorer or the Chrome browser or Mozilla Firefox. Things will work a lot more smoothly. For those of you who don't know what Google Hangouts are, this is a video conferencing application that runs through Google+. There's a lot of video conferencing applications out there. The reason why I've picked this one to share with you today is because Google Hangouts involves a lot of the applications that Google provides and it's created, and this creates a really cool environment for working on documents or shared whiteboards together with your study partners. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log into a Google Hangout while I've got you here. I'm going to open up my Mozilla Firefox browser. And then I'm going to go to the Google Plus page. I'm just going to search Google Plus and it'll take me right there. It's plus.google.com. And I'm already logged in. I'm going to log off and just log back in to show you what it might look like. So it's asking me to choose an account, and I have a lot. It's really easy to create an account if you haven't already, and I'll put a link in the video description below so you can go straight to the create account page. So I'm going to use this one. Oops. If I can get my password right. There we go. So this is what the Google Plus homepage looks like, and it is a social networking platform, so it's worth a look at poking around and seeing all its capabilities. But I'm going to focus in on Google Hangouts, so I'm going to click this home drop button down right here and select Hangouts. Now you'll notice that there are two different options right here for Hangouts. There's Hangouts on Air and Video Hangouts. There is a really big difference between the two. Hangouts on Air is a live event. So if you started a Hangout on Air, it would be open for anyone on the internet to kind of watch in. They could join your Hangout, and it also records and gets posted to YouTube. I don't want to do that for our study session, so I'm just going to click Video Hangouts, and this is the private version of the Hangouts on Air. So I'm going to start a video Hangout right here. Okay, you may be prompted to install a plugin. I've used Hangouts before, so I wasn't. It's a really easy plugin to install. You just follow the prompts and open up the file. You don't even have to restart your browser. And you'll notice the first thing that happens is this pop-up that says Post Video Hangout Invitation. And this is a way to invite people on Google Plus to your Hangout session. I don't like to use this. I find it's much easier just to copy and paste this link right here into an email or even a text message and send it to whoever you're trying to study with. So you can just highlight it and copy it. Now if I wanted to, I could paste that link into an email message, but I'm not going to because I just want to show you some applications. So I'm going to click cancel for the post video hangout invitation because I got my link. And now you can see me through my webcam. I'm going to turn that off because I'm a little shy. But up here we have all the basic settings for your Hangout. You can invite people like in that original pop-up. You can mute your microphone. You can turn your camera on and off. This has some bandwidth settings, so if you're having some technical difficulties, you can try limiting your bandwidth and see if that solves them. And then we've got some general settings, so I can change, which devices I'm using. If you have multiple webcams, or you don't know if you want to use your laptop's microphone or your webcam's microphone, you can change that all right here. And then of course if I click this little icon, this telephone icon here, I can leave the call, but I'm not going to do that because I want to show you some fun stuff. The first thing I'm going to show you is a very basic application, and it's just the chat function. If you'll notice, there's this bar right here, and these are all the applications that I have connected to the Google Hangouts. So I'm just going to click the chat, and this opens up a group chat. So let's say you're having technical difficulties and your microphone goes out, but you still want to keep studying. You can type a message here, and everyone in the Hangout session will get that message. Super simple, very user-friendly. You can even do cute little smiley faces. That's a good one for if you're having trouble with your microphone. But there's some much more powerful applications I'm going to show you. The first of which is this right here. It's called Google Drive. And some of you may be more familiar with Google Docs. It's sort of the same thing. Google Docs falls under Google Drive. So I'm going to click this button. And what it's taking me to is all the documents I have on my Google Drive. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create up here a new shared notes. I'm going to create shared notes. And it's going to prompt you, letting you know that your email address will be shared if you create a note like this. And I'm okay with that, so I'm going to click open. And let's give it a second to load. Here we have the Google Docs window under Google Drive, and this is basically a shared word processor. So I can type in here, and so can anyone else who has this application open in my Google Hangout session. So the possibilities for how to use this is limitless. I've personally used it for group projects where we all had to get together and write a paper, or edit a document together, and we couldn't meet in person. We were in different cities and we all worked on it at the same time. You could also get together and create a shared study guide. So if you're working on biology, you got an exam coming up, you can all get together and type out your study guide together, and that would be a wonderful study tool. It works just like your basic word browser. You can change fonts, you can change font size, you can highlight things, or duh, that's changing the font color. I don't want to do that. I'm going to go back and highlight this bright yellow. Let's make that big so you can see it. There we go. You can do all the basic formatting things that you could do in any browser. You can even highlight something and insert a comment. For everyone else who's working on the document to see. It's really great. Once you have got everything the way you want it as a team, if you click the file drop down here, you can download it as whatever format you want. So I can download it in a Word document or even a PDF or a plain text document if I wanted to. It's really flexible when it comes to working with your different word processors. So that's Google Drive, and keep in mind that everything will save to your Google Drive that you have automatically once you create a Google Plus account. So this will all be saved, and you can come back and view it later, either in your group study session or at home when you're just studying on your own. So I'm going to close out of this app and show you two fun shared whiteboard applications. The two I'm going to show you today are the two I've kind of messed around with the most. I'm going to show you Scoot and Doodle, which is a pretty cute name, and I'm going to show you Kaku for Hangouts. Now these may not be in your application bar by default. If you don't see them, just click these three little dots right here and add apps. And here it'll take you to all the applications you can use for free during your study session. And you can just find Kaku or Scoot and Doodle and add them to the video call. So what I did was I opened up Scoot and Doodle, and this is, as I said, a shared whiteboard for your Google Hangouts. So you can click Start, and now you have a whiteboard that everyone can draw on together at the same time. It's got a lot of neat features. You can change the size of your pen and the color if you want to. It's got really fun stamps that you can use. I'm gonna put a little blue heart here. Oh, I want that to be bigger. There we go. This is a really handy tool for if you have formulas that you want to work out together. You can just have one person write out a formula, and I'm just going to write a really basic math problem because my math skills need some work. And then you can have your friend come in a different color and maybe solve that problem. So this is a really great option if you need a shared whiteboard just for drawing or working out problems together. Now the other shared whiteboard I'm going to show you is called Kaku. Now Kaku's a little less friendly when it comes to drawing, but what makes Kaku so powerful is that they have a lot of templates for you to use, and they also have really great capabilities for uploading images. So I'm going to click Create a New Diagram. Oh, and I lost my Hangout. Where'd it go? There we go. I'm going to click Create a New Diagram, and it's going to load for me. And before you even get to the shared whiteboard, it's going to give you a list of templates that you can use. So Venn diagrams might be great if you're working on a research project. The one I really want to show you that I think would be wonderful for study skills is the mind maps. They have two different options to help you and your study partners create mind maps, which would be a wonderful study tool. But I'm not going to use any of those right now. I'm just going to click cancel and show you how to write on the shared whiteboard. You can click this little pen icon right here. You can change your thickness and the color, and then you can draw on the board just with your mouse at home. The reason I use this rather than Scoot and Doodle sometimes is because of this option right here. This will allow you to select an image from your computer and upload it into the Kaku whiteboard. So I'm going to select an image, and I'm going to go through, let's see, what's a good image to use. Once you've inserted the image, you can resize it. I'm going to make that a little bigger for everyone to see. And then you can go back to your pen tool and annotate on it. The reason I really wanted to bring this up for you all today is because let's say you have a midterm coming up for a math class and you want to work through some practice problems from your textbooks but can't meet all in person. What you can do is you can scan the pages you want to work on or take a picture of it with your smartphone device, and then you can upload those images onto this whiteboard and you can work through the problems together using the pen tool. I think this is a really handy and useful feature that you'll enjoy using. Okay, so those are some really basic yet powerful tools in Google Hangouts that you can use for your study sessions. I'm going to put some links to some more resources in the video description below. Feel free to leave any questions, concerns, comments you have below that in the comment section, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have a wonderful day.